my old school soul food family? Chef Jeff is back with another video. All right, y'all, we're gonna do a quick motivational menu. Motivational Monday here. I've had a busy weekend. I have just got back from Dallas. I know y'all watched some of my, maybe saw my live Saturday. And I was at the Cowboy game. I was at the State Fair Saturday, Cowboy game today, which would be yesterday when you see this. And I just made the drive back. That 4-hour drive back here to KATY, because tomorrow, which you'll be watching this on Monday, so Tuesday morning I'll fly out to Vegas for about 3 or 4 days. So yeah, just enjoying life, and I'm gonna explain to you why I have the ability to, multiple reasons, but the main reason I have the reason I can do this, and I'm gonna be doing more traveling and stuff like that, and I'm gonna tell you why at the end of the video. So don't go away. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna title this video. Maybe 3 or 4 steps to gain, not wealth, maybe I would say more financially independent. What I mean by this, y'all, I want everybody to be on the, like people say, everybody, I guarantee you, if you say you don't, you're lying to yourself. Everybody wants the ability to have enough income to pay their bills hold on, y'all, I'm making myself a note here. Sorry about that. To have income in the bank, not have to wait on paycheck to paycheck to pay their bills every month. I'm not talking about having millions and millions of dollars in the bank. Of course, everybody would like to do that. But what I mean, I want everybody to be financially independent. Meaning, what I mean by financially independent or financially wealthy is that you have 6 to 8 months of income in the bank. 6 to 8 months of income in the bank to pay every bill. Meaning, if you lose your job 6 to 8 months, you get laid off. You sick 6 to 8 months. You don't have no money coming in. You have that much money in the bank to pay everything, your bill, your rent, your car note, whatever bills you have. You have that, and I'm gonna tell you how to achieve that little by little in the next couple of months. But it's 3 or 4 little steps you have to get done first before you even get to that level. That's why I tell you, I have to get y'all mindset right and start you by little bit baby steps here, because if you start by little baby steps, it'll continue to grow. I'm not telling you something I heard. I'm telling you something I know. I've done it. I know many people done it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to hear people say, oh, I don't want to have, you can work at McDonald's. You can be single with kids. I know a single mom with 3 kids that did this. That did exactly what I'm about to tell you. I know people, married couples have done it. It can be done. It doesn't matter. All it takes is discipline, drive, and determination. Those 3 Ds. Number 1, you must have a job. You must have income coming in. I don't care if you work at McDonald's, Taco Bell, you work as a greeter at Walmart. You must have some type of income coming in if you want to gain financial independence, gain some kind of wealth. That 6 to 8 months, what I'm telling you about, you must have some kind of job. Now, this is a very important step, what I'm about to tell you. The first step, you must have some kind of income. Number 2, this is one people need to stop doing. They need to learn, and you will be amazed how much money you can save and save and save if you stop doing that. I write it down very, very simple. Stop spending money. I've told y'all this before. Stop spending money you don't have on things you don't need to impress people you don't know. If people would stop those 3 things, it'd be amazed how much money and things they will, how much wealth, how much income they can save. Stop spending money that you don't have on things you don't need to impress people you don't know. People say, oh, he got them kind of shoes, he got that kind of purse. That person's situation may be different from you. Quit trying to, like I say, keep up with the Joneses. Neighbor get a car, I'm going to get one. Such and such have a purse, I'm going to get the, oh, she got that dress, I'm going to get one. And you got 23 dresses and 25, 30 dresses in the closet. You got 30 suits in the closet. You got 20 pairs of shoes. Stop doing that. People say they can't save no money. I guarantee you, I'm going to go to this next step here. What you need to do, this first thing you need to start doing. Start it this week, right now. Take $25 a week. That's $100 a month, and put it in a savings account. Just put it in a savings account. Do not touch it. Do not, no care how bad you're struggling, whatever. Do not touch it for 1 year. For 1 year. Now, I'm going to tell y'all later on how you're going to grow this. But I need y'all to accumulate $1,200 in 1 year. That's 12 months. That's $25 a week. People say, oh, I can't save $100 a month. You can spend $25 on a pizza. If you smoke cigarettes, that's $25. I guarantee you. On a couple packs of cigarettes. If you drink beer, if you go out to the movies, I guarantee you something you spend every week $25 on, you can start spending on. I've done it. My parents made me do it when I was 18. When I moved here, I turned 20. I started then. I've told y'all this before. They used to take I just have to send it home. $25 a week, $100 a month. I had to send home. My parents, they put it in a savings account for one. Then later on, I'm going to tell you what I did with it. But I'm going to tell you another thing. With that, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you how to get to this, but I'm gonna tell you the end result. If you take that $25 a week and save it $100 a month, now say if you're 20 years old, you can be 30 years old. Say you're 30 years old. We're gonna go 30 years old. We're gonna use that number. In 20 years, you'll be 50. You'll be 50 years old. So 30 years, you're 30 years old now. I'm gonna make that medium number. If you do this for 20 years, and later on I'm gonna show you what to do with that 1,200. In 20 years, I'm gonna tell you, you'll have $500,000. You'll have $500,000 at 50 years old. I swear on my life, what I'm telling you is true, and I'm gonna give you details later on the next couple of months. How to invest where you don't lose your money, low risk. But the key is you're gonna do low risk, long term, meaning when you invest this thing, you're gonna go to investment company. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to do. You can't touch it. You got to be that disciplined and let that thing work for you. You can't say, oh, I got this money, I'm gonna go. No, you gotta forget about it. You gotta get it out of your mind. I got this money, because it's gonna be growing. Of course, you're gonna check on it, whatever. Don't touch it. For 20 years, don't touch it. You know what the annual rate of return in the market within the 10 or 20 years is 10 to 15%. You ain't gonna get that in the bank. Bank give you what, a 0.5%? 10 to 12, sometimes 15% within that 10 to 20, but you can't touch it. And I'm gonna, like I said, I ain't gonna hit y'all with too much right now, but the next 3 weeks I'm gonna tell you. But that 20 years, like I say, if you 40, say you're 40 years old, we'll go there. When you turn 60, like I say, you can retire early. You don't have to retire. That's why I tell people, you don't have to retire at 55, 60, 70. I see people working up in their 70s. Why? Do they doing it just to do something busy, or do they have to? A lot of people have to because they wasn't disciplined enough when they was young. I'm telling you, I'm glad my parents was very, very adamant and made us send that money home. And I had people in my ear all the time, and I worked with I worked with some wealthy people, y'all, for 34 years. I got in their ear, and I listened. I didn't say a lot. I just get around and listen. When you listen, you learn. You learn certain things. And the thing about this, y'all, it really hurts my soul. We don't teach young people how to save money, how to be very, very responsible with money. All we teach them is how to spend. We don't teach them how to save for the future and save for a rainy day. We don't teach them that. And that's a bad thing. Thank God that a lot of parents don't teach the kid because they wasn't taught themselves. Now, I'm telling you another thing. We all one bad diagnosis, one bad doctor's and doctor's examination from going broke. We all, unless you're a billionaire, millionaire, but we all have one bad doctor's uh, news from the doctor. We all can go broke. We know that. But I'm telling you, on a normal thing, I'm putting that 20 years. You can go all the way up to 30. And I'm putting 30 years old. If you're 50, you can go down to maybe 50. You can go 10. That'll give you $250,000, $300,000 right there. You're never too old and you're never too young. I started at 20 years old, y'all. I started at 20 years old. I had parents, and then when I got kind of what I was doing, then you get more. But like I say, Don't take advice from broke people. Don't take advice from people on the corner. Get around some successful people. And like I say, I'm going to tell y'all later on, there's investment firms. I go through Fidelity. You got Charles Schwab. You have different types. And you go in there and you tell them your situation. I'm going to tell you, like I said, in the next 2 or 3 months, how to do this. Because there's no way people work on a job. Oh, I don't make enough money. I don't do $25 a week. $25 a week, and people, I don't know, nobody on this earth can't save $25 a week. If you tell me you can't do that, let me walk around you for 2 weeks. I guarantee you I'll find something that you wasted the $25 on that you could have put in the savings account in the bank for 1 year. And then you're going to take that $1,200 and we're going to move it somewhere else. And we're going to let that thing grow. But that's later on. Now, another thing I'm going to put in here is very, 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 very important. You don't know how important this is. Another thing, my parents, my daddy, my mama drill this in my head. I tell young people, pay your bills on time. I'm going to say this again. Pay your bills on time. I'm going to say it one more time. Pay your bills on time. There is nothing in this world like your word. Your credit is like your word, your promise to pay something back. In the country growing up, my daddy, he used to go to the bank on his word. When he borrowed money and got something from the bank to buy some cows and get them growing, and he paid them back. Just like he said. My dad said, nothing like your word. I have been in places, I have walked in places, car dealerships, and I have, like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I have good credit. I walked in dealerships and there was a young man in there one time, I was trying to buy a vehicle. I said, I want this. I go in there with my own terms. I want this, I want to buy this and this and this. And he come up to me one day, he said, man, can I tell you something? It feels good to not have to go back in there and tell them people this, this, and this. You can dictate what you want. Yeah, because let me tell you, bad credit is going to give you high interest, going to cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. Bad credit, they check your credit for insurance. When you get a cell phone, they check your credit for that now. People don't realize, especially young people, they don't realize that goes back up to what I just told y'all in the beginning about spending money you don't have on things you don't need for press people you don't know. People go in debt trying to press other people, and then you can't pay for the stuff you done bought, and then it's just a roller coaster effect on people. And then your credit is bad. You can't go buy nothing. If you buy something, you get interest 10 times the amount of and then you can't save nothing because you're trying to catch up. It's just a cannonball effect. You can't save anything. You can't get ahead because you're so far dealing with things in the past. I'm telling you, not paying your bills on time and all that, it's going to raise its ugly head when you least expect it. Go try to get a house. You want to have a nice, beautiful house or whatever, you can get a house, but the interest rate is going to be so crazy high, and that's if you get approved for one. I'm telling you. I just try to drill this in people's head, stuff like that. But I just want to put them few tips, and I'm going to tell y'all in the next few weeks and months how to detail step by step how to grow $1,200 a year and grow that into $500,000. I put it that that'll open some people eyes. Within 20 years, $500,000. I'm telling you can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. People, I hear so many people say, "Oh, they can't do it." I know 3 or 4 people have done it. They was on the same. I mean, it boggles my mind when I tell people this, and they say, "Oh, you can't do that." Ain't no way. Yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. It can be done. But anyway, y'all. One more thing here. Um, this something had a little. It ain't a rude awakening. It's something I do because I like to. I'm very transparent with my team. I have 5 people y'all know work for me. 2 of them full time, and 3 of them is part time. And every September, I do a self evaluation on them. And then I do a self evaluation. I have them do a self evaluation on myself. And I tell them, be honest, be transparent. There's no hard feelings. Let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what I can do better, because I like to be a nice working environment. So I had everybody fill out something. And the common denominator, every one of them put is I micromanage. And it was very true. And I'm going to tell you what they mean by micromanaging. I have a publisher. I have a cameraman, Dylan. I have a video editor. I have my CPA. Of course, I have an attorney, and I have another person just kind of work part-time with me here and there with a little advisory role. And instead of me letting my publisher, she need to do this, my publisher's been with me since this is the 10th year Old School Soul Food. She's been with me 9 years. And she really made a point, like everybody else was making. I have a job for them to do. Her job is to make what she does a good job. My publisher, let me tell you what she does for me. She makes all my hotel reservations. She makes my trips. I just tell her where I want to go, when I want to go. She makes my, when I got speaking arrangements, when I have different cooking videos, I tell her what I'm going to do. She puts what day I'm going to do them. Everything. She has all that. She keeps all my appointments. But the thing is, what really showed me that I need to have 100% confidence in my crew is when my mom passed away, and I let them have it because I wasn't dealing with, y'all already know, I wasn't dealing with Old School Soul Food. I was dealing with my mom's arrangement, dealing with that emotion and stuff like that. And that was on like almost 3 weeks. I didn't really do nothing for Old School Soul Food, and it ran flawlessly. And it made me understand, and they told me, and then she was the main one. She said, Chef Jeffrey, you need to go enjoy, let us do our job and go do what you want to do. Because the deal is, as I grow, we all grow. As the business grow, we grow together. And the business is definitely growing. Old School Soul Food brand it's doubled since this time last year. It has actually doubled. I went from 2.5 million views of all my social media accounts a month to 5 million views a month on all my social media accounts. It's doubled, and it's going to get even bigger and bigger. And she's saying, go enjoy yourself. I do 2 or 3 videos a week, and let us do this. And of course, I'm oversee it. Of course, I look at everything. Even with my CPA, I get with him every 2 weeks. We go over everything. He gets on me because there's certain things I need to spend and not spend every month on the business aspect, and he keeps me on track with that. But the bottom line is, it does give me the freedom to do things I want to do and not have to worry and let my team do what they're supposed to do. Because as this gets bigger and bigger, I can't be doing all this. I know I physically can't do it, and that's their job to do this, and they do an awesome job. And another thing they all said, every one of them said, that's amazing. They say they absolutely love working for Old School Soul Food. They say it is absolutely awesome to work for me, not only for me, but for the company, because they learn so much from not only a business aspect, but from a personal aspect, for where I treat people, where I am, because they know how I am on and off camera. Like I tell y'all, I'm the same way off camera as I am on camera. And like the lady I met in the store a few weeks ago, I didn't know who she was. I mean, I just talked to her, spoke to her so politely. I didn't know who she was. And after I passed by, she said, Chef Jeffrey. Now, what if I had been some talking rude or whatever? And that ain't me. Well, you see here, talking to you now, that's how I am on camera. And they love that. They love the working environment. They say it's so positive and uplifting. And that's why I like the build. And I'm going to bring, within the next year, I have 2 more people I'm going to bring on to the Old School Soul Food family by the middle of next 2023. I'm working on that now. But like I say, it just was really eye-opening and just made assurance that I need to let them do my job, do their job that I pay them to do. So yeah, so if y'all see a little hints in there, and I do look at everything, the product, but they do an awesome job, and they're gonna even do more. So I just wanted to touch base with that. I have an awesome team, and they're very transparent, and like they say, they come and tell me anything, because I'm very attention to detail. Y'all don't know, I'm very nice or whatever, but I love what I do, and there's a certain standards that I will never ever deviate from. There's certain ways that Old School Soul Food is represented, and I will never sway from that. And that's what made it grow. People say, "Why you don't do it this way?" And I refused to do that in the beginning because I had a way I wanted to do it. Was do it like this. Now I'm gonna do it like this, and it's growing. And I take their advice on different things as social media changes, trend changes. I have a person on my team. She's 22 years old. She all know all the young stuff, and she's kind of working on TikTok. We're trying to get that growing as well. So anyway, y'all, I just got back from Dallas. Like I said, I'm gonna go and kind of lay back here and kind of relax. I will be doing an old school soul food Monday night live tonight, and I'll probably do one Wednesday morning in Las Vegas. I know y'all like them early morning lives, so I do one probably Wednesday morning in Las Vegas. Cause nice, and it'll be nice, 73 degrees. It'd be awesome to walk down the strip and get my exercise in, my steps in Wednesday morning. But I will be in the night 5 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Central time, 5 to 6 p.m. Central time tonight. Also, I know a lot of people haven't got the return phone calls. I'm getting them in little by little. I have a lot of questions. Y'all have a lot of questions, a lot of advice to do. And I'm hitting you with this financial stuff, and I know it's going to be even more questions coming up. That's why I don't want to give you too much information at one time. I want to get little by little, because I want you to get that $100 a month saved, and after 1 year you got that 1,200, and then we're gonna move it to something else. You don't care if you're 30. I put that 30 in there because 30, I want everybody to retire 50. I did at 54. 53, matter of fact. I did it 53. I was going to retire at 50, but when COVID hit, I didn't want to leave the job where I was because we were going through so much craziness, and I didn't want to walk away from the job and leave them in a big mess. But I was going to retire at 50 years old. That was my plan. I had the plan when I was 20 to retire at 50, but I want everybody to retire before 65. Like I tell people, I don't want people to rely on Social Security. Don't let that be your security blanket. So I tell you over and over again, Social Security don't give you enough to live on. It give you enough to die on. That's the truth. If you waiting on Social Security, think that's gonna be your blanket to retire and get that little Social Security check, I got a rude awakening for you. You gonna be working till you 80 if you want to live comfortably. I'm telling you. I know that for a fact. So build something. Quit wasting money frivolously that you don't have. Wait till you get a little money saved up and then go buy that thing and those things. It doesn't make sense. I see people waste money all the time. Believe me, I used to be, man, I'm telling you. When I was growing up, well, I guess women didn't like me because I was trying to build for the future. Oh, let's go to Red Lobster, Steak and Ale. Y'all know about Steak and Ale. That used to be expensive. That was an expensive place back in the day. I can't afford to go to Steak and Ale. I don't have enough money to go to Steak and Ale. We can go do this. Leroy over there, he take it. Well, Leroy live at home with his mama. I don't. I have an apartment. I have to pay my rent. Oh, Leroy and all them got these nice cars because they live at home. They're not working. They live at home with their mama. A lot of females didn't know that, and it kind of frustrated me. And that's what kind of y'all know my history of that, and they didn't know what I was trying to work together for the future. But like I tell people, and I tell a lot of people, they laughed at me all them days, and I say this very, very respectfully. All I have to tell them is look at me now. Look at the person you laughed at, you doubted, say I was stupid, it was crazy where I was building my life and trying to build for the future. And I tell them respectfully, look at me now. A lot of them do and ask me, how did I do that? Yep, as a person put on Facebook other day that I was post something on that I was going here. And they said, Jeffrey, it's amazing how you do that. I've had 2 or 3 people that I used to work with. They asked, Jeffrey, how did you do that? I never bragged. I just went on my way doing what I was doing. Nobody ever knew that I was building for the future until all of a sudden everything blew up and people still working. They say, yeah, but we never knew that you was just, yeah, because I wasn't boasting. I was always just kept to myself, doing what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm building something, trying to get something going. I want y'all to be doing the same thing. I want everybody, I told y'all, I don't want y'all to be like me. I want y'all to do better than me. So, so anyway, y'all, I done talked and rambled on enough here. Let me close this video out. Like I say, the next 2 weeks next week I'll be in Vegas. Week after that I'm gonna be in a cruise, my first cruise. I'm so excited and nervous for it at the same time, but it's something I always wanted to do. And another thing, if it's good and I've learned enough about it, a lot of people want to kind of set up an old school soul food cruise for maybe next year. And that's something I would think it would be fun, but I need to see how to set that up and stuff like that. Get 200 or 300 of us on the ship, and we'll have a good time for that. But that's something I got my team working on. So anyway, let me close this video out. If you like this video, please share, please comment, please subscribe, Please follow my other social media accounts: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag 2023, 22. Almost 23, 2 more months, y'all. 3 more months. Old School Soul Food. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye. Go Cowboys. Yeah, my Cowboys won today. Y'all see that? I love y'all. Bye.